How do war crimes trials function under international law? Recent events have brought the topic of war crimes trials to the forefront of international discussions. With ongoing conflicts around the world, many are asking how these trials operate under international law. This is especially relevant as the International Criminal Court has been active in prosecuting individuals for serious violations. Understanding the functioning of these trials is essential for those following current events. War crimes trials serve as a mechanism to hold individuals accountable for breaches of humanitarian law during armed conflicts. They are guided by key frameworks, including the Geneva Conventions and the laws of armed conflict. The Geneva Conventions, established in 1949, outline rules for the conduct of war and the protection of civilians and prisoners of war. These conventions emphasize principles such as humanity, distinction, and proportionality. The laws of armed conflict regulate both the initiation of war and the conduct of hostilities. They include principles like military necessity, distinction, and proportionality, which guide the actions of parties involved in conflict. The International Criminal Court, established in 1998, is the only permanent court for prosecuting atrocity crimes, including war crimes, genocide, and crimes against humanity. It can prosecute individuals from states that are parties to the Rome Statute, or when the United Nations Security Council refers a situation. In addition to the International Criminal Court, there have been ad hoc tribunals, such as the International Tribunal for the former Yugoslavia and the International Tribunal for Rwanda. These tribunals were set up to address crimes committed during specific conflicts and have established important precedents in international criminal law. The trial process begins with investigations to gather evidence of war crimes. Once enough evidence is collected, individuals can be prosecuted for their involvement. Trials must adhere to international standards of fairness, ensuring the right to a fair trial and the right to be informed of the charges. In some instances, trials may occur in absentia, but fairness must still be maintained. Sentencing for those found guilty can include imprisonment or other penalties. The severity of the sentence often reflects the nature and extent of the crimes committed. Protecting civilians during armed conflicts is central to these laws. The principles of distinction and proportionality requiring that parties distinguish between military targets and civilians. Any harm to civilians must not be excessive compared to the military advantage anticipated. Humanitarian law mandates that all parties to a conflict respect the rights of civilians and prisoners of war, providing necessary protection and assistance. War crimes trials play a vital role in upholding international humanitarian law and ensuring accountability for violations during conflicts. They help deter future violations and provide justice for victims and their families. Understanding how these trials function is essential for anyone interested in the current state of international law and human rights.